Yesterday, a tranche of UFO videos, including never-before-seen footage, has been quietly released by U.S. Customs and Border Protection.
The U.S. Customs and Border Protection discreetly unveiled a collection of UFO videos, some of which have never been made public before. These videos capture peculiar aerial phenomena, raising intriguing questions about their origin and nature. This unexpected release was devoid of any official announcements or background information, only coming to the attention of UFO enthusiasts recently. Among the featured footage is a recording of a fighter jet engaged in pursuit of a mysterious flying sphere, as well as what seems to be a propeller-driven hang glider and another mysterious floating orb. Let's take a look.
UFOs, especially UFOs, and all of a sudden now they're releasing things. Oddly enough, I had in the book Out on Foot, I only had one very brief paragraph or two about UFO.
Rocky Elmore, an ex-US Border Patrol agent and the author of the intriguing book Out on Foot, recounts a peculiar incident. In his book, he explores the extraordinary experiences shared by individuals like him who have patrolled the isolated, rugged terrains along the U.S. border. These narratives encompass a broad spectrum of enigmatic events, from purported encounters with Bigfoot to a multitude of other mysterious happenings, including eerie ghostly visitations. One might wonder, have you caught wind of the recent developments? In the midst of the fervent buzz surrounding unidentified aerial phenomena, commonly referred to as UFOs, an intriguing question arises. What activities might the U.S. Border Force have been engaged in during this remarkable period of excitement? And what else are they hiding? In the context of releasing such information, they found it peculiar that the decision was made at this particular moment. For decades, people hesitated to speak openly about anything unusual, especially when it came to sightings of UFOs. However, now, out of the blue, they've chosen to share these revelations. Interestingly, the narrator had briefly mentioned UFOs in their book, Out on Foot. They recalled a brief paragraph or two detailing a UFO sighting, although they personally hadn't witnessed it. Upon viewing a video recently, the narrator became convinced that the incident matched the 2013 Aguadilla event in Puerto Rico, aligning with what they were previously told. The reason for not delving deeper into this topic within the book was that during that time, the subject remained somewhat undisclosed, though not entirely classified. Consequently, they chose to omit it from their account. Throughout their tenure, the UFO topic rarely crossed their mind. The sole incident that had piqued their interest involved a dubious photograph taken by an agent, purportedly showing a UFO grounded in broad daylight. The image was so glaringly fabricated that it left no room for doubt in anyone's mind. This singular event was the extent of their exposure to UFO-related stories. Indeed, the entire encounter had stirred a dormant curiosity within them. Throughout their upbringing, a subtle fascination for Bigfoot had lingered, a sentiment shared by many. The prevailing assumption held that it was likely a colossal primate, an overgrown relic surviving in the unforgiving wilderness, forever eluding human discovery. However, the events of that fateful night would forever alter their perception. Their use of the term Bigfoot itself seemed somewhat inadequate, a mere linguistic placeholder for a phenomenon that defied conventional categorization. The unknown entity could have transcended their understanding. It was an enigma shrouded in mystery. It might even have been something more cryptic, like a Nephilim from ancient folklore. This profound shift in perspective stemmed from a nocturnal encounter in a dark, slightly misty setting, where visibility was unexpectedly clear. Their journey paralleled a tranquil creek, when a colossal splash resounded in the stillness of the night. Drawn by this peculiar disruption, they ventured closer, maintaining an eerie silence. Upon reaching the creek's edge, a group of four found themselves face to face with an unusual sight. 4 or 5 coyotes, known for their boisterous nature, displayed an uncharacteristic restraint. These typically raucous creatures remained eerily quiet, their gaze intently focused on the water near the source of the resounding splash. Now before I move further, if you're enjoying the video so far, please like this video, and if you love mysterious stuff, do subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon, because more similar content are on your way. Close examination with the naked eye yielded no answers, prompting the use of flashlights to scrutinize the creek's banks for any sign of an enigmatic presence. However, the search yielded no footprints or discernible animal tracks, save for the silent coyotes. Strangely, the coyotes exhibited no hostility, allowing the intruders to pass through their midst unchallenged. It was a break from the norm, and it was evident that the canines were not perturbed by their presence. Their fear was directed elsewhere, towards the concealed entity within the water. Although the entity remained invisible to the naked eye, subtle movements in the water hinted at its presence. Despite their prolonged observation, nothing emerged from the depths. Eventually, they resumed their patrol, bearing in mind the capabilities of their thermal scope, which could detect heat signatures imperceptible to human sight. They had no doubts that the elusive figure was in motion, and logic dictated it wasn't a human, given the single splash without any subsequent disturbances in the water. Reluctantly, they abandoned the search and continued their patrol. Some 15 to 20 minutes later, a commotion downstream piqued their attention. It was in the direction the enigmatic entity had likely headed, and their thermal scope was already trained on that area. Two agents were present, focused on a large group of people descending from the mountain. However, they remained oblivious to their surroundings, failing to hear anything amiss. This apparent indifference raised suspicion among their colleagues, who regarded the circumstances as unusual. Their senses attuned to the situation, they mistook any sounds for the approaching group. It was only when their supervisor intervened, sternly instructing them to vacate the area and retreat to their vehicles, that the two agents reluctantly heeded the order. The urgency in the supervisor's voice underscored the gravity of the situation, despite the agent's initial reluctance. An unusual incident unfolded, prompting a critical inquiry. The question arises, given our initial discussion regarding the peculiar release of videos by the U.S. Border Agency and their odd nature, what is the prevailing atmosphere surrounding this issue? What procedures govern the reporting of such occurrences within the U.S. Border Force? Are reports acknowledged and documented? Do these incidents undergo scrutiny, or are they left unexamined? According to their recollection, it marked the inaugural instance of such an occurrence being documented and discussed. Throughout their preceding years of experience, they had encountered no mention of such an event. Subsequently, when these peculiar videos surfaced, the decision to release them struck them as quite enigmatic. They pondered whether clarity would eventually emerge regarding the motives behind this act. This particular incident remains among the numerous enigmas in their life, leaving them puzzled about the rationale behind its release and the extended period it was left unresolved, awaiting discovery by others. In the ever-enigmatic realm of extraterrestrial mysteries, the recent revelation by the U.S. Border Force of these astonishing, previously concealed UFO videos adds another layer to the enigma. While the circumstances surrounding their release remain shrouded in curiosity, these visuals tantalize the imagination and ignite the eternal quest for answers. As we contemplate the implications of this unprecedented disclosure, one thing remains certain: the universe continues to unfold its secrets before us, beckoning us to explore the uncharted territories of the cosmos. The mind-blowing nature of these revelations only serves as a reminder of how vast and unpredictable our universe truly is. With each new revelation, the mysteries surrounding UFOs and the potential existence of extraterrestrial life grow more intriguing. The enigma of these never-before-seen videos will undoubtedly keep the world in suspense, sparking conversations and igniting the collective human curiosity that drives us to explore the unexplained and understand the uncharted. Recently, scientists were shocked by the results of scans performed on two alleged extraterrestrial beings in Mexico. Here, take a look.